My name is Kyle Roderick Ridley, and my mom was born in Guatemala and sure as hell did not vote for Kamala. Okay, it's Rose-Colored Classist, episode 22, starting up top with my mom and politics. But we're going to have fun today. I feel like just a fun energy going. And just to start it off, let's just take a bit, huh?
Okay, we'll be starting in just a few moments. Just waiting for the drugs to take effect, and then... okay, there we go. Uh-oh, I'm getting happy feet. Excuse me, every once in a while that happens. I have no control over it. When it does...
The drugs are kicking, baby. It's Steve Martin, former comic, mediocre actor, Hollywood legend. He quit stand-up. That's why we let him on. That's why we let him on. Thank God he did it. Because that was it. I just I want to just take a minute and just thank drugs, right? Just I talked about my mom up top, and she really disappointed me right now, but drugs are just so fucking great. You know what I mean? Like, I have heard every open micer do that shit up top, let the fucking drugs kick in. And is it because they actually, know Steve Martin and are fans? No. This shit happened forever ago. None of the comics I started out with probably even know this thing. Maybe they don't even know he danced. I haven't met comics who didn't even know he did stand-up. Okay? So it's not a special little divination that this guy with the fucking gray hair got. But he's a popular dude, and that's for a reason, because he knows everyone can relate with this. The drugs are the reason, guys. The drugs are the reason. Whatever it is, whatever happened, it's because of drugs. That's the great thing. That's the greatest thing about doing drugs, is that you can blame them for whatever awkward behavior, whatever stupid thing you did. You can just blame the drugs. I was drunk. How many of you people have used that, huh? Use that excuse. Why'd you cheat on me? I was drunk. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the alcohol. Kyle, why are you acting such a freak? Oh, I'm high. I'm smoking pot. I'm not a weirdo, just the pot is. Yeah, weirdos smoke pot. Who knew? How could you figure that one out? Yeah, man. I mean, why are drugs so popular? Anyone asked that? Anyone ever asked that? I don't know if it's a question that gets asked a lot. For some reason, maybe the answer is, clear. But you know why people use drugs? It's not because they like them. It's not because they need them. It's not because of the amazing feeling. It's because it's an excuse. It's a cover. How many AA classes do you guys got to go to fucking hear that? Your problems are deeper than the drugs. But you can blame them pretty easily, and that's nice. Gosh, being responsible for your actions. Tired of it. Don't need it. Never wanted it. Who even got that thing started, okay, where we're all responsible for everything we fucking say and do? It's not what I got into the business for, I'll tell you that. I got in the business to say things and not have them matter. Okay? For things to be done and it just to be fun. Okay? What's wrong with that? Isn't that what life is really all about at the end of the day? All right, the rest of this podcast is pretty fucking it's a slog. Okay? We're playing a lot of cable news. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody, really. I mean, come on, are you at an airport? That's probably the worst part about the airport. All the news on. Especially if it's a crash. Oh, baby. Well, that's what it's supposed to be for. But the guys I'm playing right now, they're not exactly sharing the news. It's not exactly what they're doing out there. Okay, look, there's things out there that are just fun. All right, just fun. Drugs, old Steve Martin clips, dancing. Just there's a lot of just fun nonsense to be had in the world, right? But there are important issues that people need to cover. And these guys, they should just be doing that. All these news people, they just got to be doing that. And whatever else is happening, okay, all the commentary. No thanks. No thanks. Even all the it's so interesting, even the whole ecosphere is just dominated and filled to the brim with opinions. Everyone's sharing their opinion all the time. But then a lot of the reason that these people check out the shows in the first place is actually just to get updated. Fucking you hear the important clip, and the rest is just you thinking about your own thoughts about the clip, and then listen to these guys just fuck off. Listen to some fuck off. But you really were interested in the actual information that they shared. Part of the problem? Anyone? Okay. Raging, taking on everybody. I'm fearless. And now we're gonna move on. Okay, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a fun time, but we're gonna move on. Okay, hit the next button on your Spotify. I don't post this podcast on Spotify, but hit next if one day it is. Especially if you listen to the early ones. Let's play a clip. Let's play CNN.
Former Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, Donald Trump's pick to lead the U.S. intelligence community, was placed on a TSA watch list this year. Let's go to CNN's Zachary Cohen. And Zach, Gabbard is a former member of Congress. You report she was placed on the Quiet Skies list and then was subsequently removed. What is that list, and how did she end up on it?
Yeah, Jack, this is a government watch list, and it identifies passengers who require additional security screening before they get on a flight, and it's based around an algorithm that uses certain criteria to identify these passengers that are then added to the list. And this criteria includes things like foreign travel patterns and foreign connections, and those are both reasons why Tulsi Gabbard, according to our sources, was placed on this list. And now Gabbard has claimed publicly that she was added to a, quote, secret terror watch list. That's not what this is. She has also claimed that the reason she was added to the list is because she publicly criticized then presidential candidate Kamala Harris. Again, our sources vehemently deny that there's anything political that goes into the process for flagging passengers. And in fact, it's a very serious security tool that's used by TSA in a risk management and a risk-based approach. So look, Tulsi Gabbard, the reasons for and the circumstances around why she was added to this list, the specifics, could be benign.
That's why we want her in there, baby. That's why we want her. It's why we want her in charge. All right, get the people on the lists in charge of the lists. Okay. In this fucked up government, man. Oh shit. I think I aged like 25 years watching that clip. Man, they're so dry. They're so boring to listen to. Holy fuck. Who's telling them to talk like that? Isn't it over yet? Isn't this over yet? Isn't that what the podcasting fucking world proved this election cycle, that you can't talk like that? CNN. God, what are you doing to us, Tapper? Tapping me out, man. Tapped out. Yeah, the numbers are looking good for you guys. I don't know if you heard, but really, okay. Let's talk about this. Okay, first off, I mean, how do I feel about Tulsi Gabbard? Okay, I went to one of her events a little while ago when she was running against, all those people in 2020. And I met her, like, legit supporters, and they're all crazy. And they get something off in their eyes. They all have PTSD. I don't know. I mean, Tulsi, she's a doctor in the military, medic in the military, hardcore, seen some real shit. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're done. Maybe they're crazy. And, you see enough blood, right? I mean, don't you just fucking lose grip with reality? I mean, come on. Yeah, that's me attacking veterans right there. Okay. But I don't know if it's part of her brand, right? I mean, you look at Jocko's podcast, and that guy, yeah, he's done. He's out of his gourd, all right? And I'll listen to him for certain stuff, but should he be in charge of my life? I don't think that'd be fun. I don't think that would be a fun thing. Or safe. I think safe in a very broad sense, right? Yeah, this broad. She's a lady. That's why we don't want her in there. I'm so sorry. I don't really mean that. But let me just frame this up again. Okay, look, is it a problem she's on a watch list? All right. A lot of people are on a lot of lists, okay? And even Tapper up top, it's so funny about these news programs. Like, he's up top, he said she's no longer on the list. But yet, still going over it. Still fucking yapping about it. Yammering, telling us, yeah, this person's fine, but let me tell you why they weren't fine for a second. Yeah, come on. You know, if something terrible happens to me in my life, but then I 100% recover, okay, it's not your information to share with everybody. All right, if I'm, look, if I walk with a visible limp, okay, and I got hit by a car, I you know what, let's even make it more relevant to my life. I got a DUI, okay, I hurt somebody, hurt myself, walk with a limp, rest of my life, okay? Now, if someone sees me and asks a question of someone that knows me, they should tell. But if I'm 100% fine, okay, and I don't even have, like, the guilt, I'm not even shouldering the guilt of hurting that person, and I'm appearing fine, you can't just out of nowhere tell people that I did this awful, horrible thing, okay? Things are fine sometimes, and at the end of the day. Right? Some things work out. And even if it was awful and terrible in the meantime, it worked out. It was fine. All right? What are we all worried about? She was on the list for a little minute, and now she's off. Fine. Fine. Yeah. But let me get at the real issue. We want a lady who's been on the list in charge of the lists. Okay? I don't know what it is about, CNN or Democrats or, Pod Save America and all these boys out there fucking, on about it, but the government's not good. It's not good. They haven't been good. They're lying to us about aliens. Why should we trust them about anything else? They faked the moon landing. Therefore, look, they killed JFK. Look, we know these things. We know them yet. Fucking Gulf of Tonkin. It's just the list goes on and on and on and on. Listen to another podcast. Okay, scroll Wikipedia. I don't even think they lie to you on Wikipedia about it. About how many times 2000. What year was that? With the weapons and the destruction and the big mass. Come on. Look. If you put Tulsi on a watch list, I'm sure you had other motives. I don't know how putting Tulsi on a watch list increases Raytheon stock, but I'm sure you guys figured it out. Okay? Maybe it increases Boeing stock. Maybe every time someone's put on the list, Boeing gets to fucking, rack up some numbers. Get a little more money in the pile. Oh, we had to pay to search this person because you're worried about her, huh? You got to pay us to pay the TSA. Who's paying anybody anymore? I don't even know. TSA, I mean, does the airport pay them? What? It makes sense what the airport would pay them, right? Am I crazy? Who's running any of this? This is what I'm saying. We don't even know how it works, okay? Someone's against the institutions. I don't know how they operate. And if someone is hated by them, they're like at least maybe I'll find something out about it. You learn things from conflict. All right? And if Tulsi has to get murdered by the CIA and the FBI, that'd be helpful to my perspective about how the United States of America functions. Okay? They probably shot Trump too, man. They probably went out. They probably did all of it. They're probably doing all of it. Who are these guys doing all the stuff? And this is why Trump was elected. This is why Tulsa's getting fucking floated. This is why she wants to get put in. It's because maybe those British guys were right. We're the baddies. Maybe. I love America. America's awesome. I'm having the best time of my life in this country. I don't even want to leave California. That's how much I like America. I like it in California. Okay? It's a great, better place on planet Earth. I'm in a wonderful studio apartment. I kicked out a homeless guy from our building today. I was walking my Dalmatian outside, and this homeless guy tried to skate right by me into my building, and I'm going, hey, man, do you know anyone who lives here? And he goes, I'm visiting. Well, I'm like, then I shut the door, and I was like, call him on the call box. Walked my dog around the block, noticed the guy wasn't in front of the door anymore, and then I went searching for him. Found him in the basement. I had my Dalmatian stare at him while I yelled, leave. I actually complain. I'm like, hey man, we all pay rent here. You don't pay rent. Get the fuck out. And honestly, the homeless drug act was pretty chill about it. They don't have a lot of energy. And I loved it. I loved that whole thing. That whole thing I went through. Okay, I mean, I'm sure that situation would go down differently in another country. Okay, if some fucking person on the street thought he could fucking walk into my building, I'm sure there's a lot more. If that happened, it'd be a lot more dangerous in another place. Or maybe it wouldn't have been as fun to kick him out, because then you kick him out of this place and you go, I fucking hate it here too. I mean, I don't live in a slum. America. But yeah, someone else has to be in charge of this thing. Someone else has to do it. Don't trust the people. I mean, that's the thing about the presidency too. It's like, I thought this guy didn't even control anything. He's supposed to fight the deep state. That's what's supposed to happen. He's not in control of anything. He's just fighting the people who are already in control of it. That's the fucking line right there, man. That's what we're all voting on right there. Do you trust the government or do you not trust the government? I mean, define it like that. I mean, simple shit. And the more corrupt things the government does, the worse it's going to be for everybody. Okay? The government's going to be harder to destroy, and then it's also going to be harder to support. So, no one wins in that case. And I don't know. I've been yammy. Been a little stuttery, jumpy. What did I talk about? CNN. They're quoting Tulsi. They're quoting her, right? He's telling us what she said. They're not playing the clip. They're not playing the clip. Play the clip. Let me hear them. Let me hear them. You have access to it. You're a fucking $1 billion fucking entity. You can grab the clip. Play the clip. All right? You can't just tell me what she said. Or else, fuck it. You're not the news. You're just some guy telling me, hey man, this lady fucking said this thing. It's actually hearsay. All right? I don't put on this tie for no reason. I know what hearsay is. And that's what you're just telling me something somebody said. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't care what you said, man. I don't even care about that. Therefore, give me a break. Put on Tulsi. This is why we're watching news programs. All right, stop fucking shoving your fucking yappy face in my fucking eye vision. My rage is taking over. I'm at that point where I can't even talk. I'm so mad. Mad. Yeah, I just want to see Tulsi talk. She's pretty. Pretty lady. Pretty lady. She can cook, I hear. Yeah, when she stabs me with her kitchen knife, she can sew me back together. Isn't that great? Bringing me to this next segment, I'm gonna play Joy Reid. Now, is this something that I have the right to do? I don't know. But MSNBC needs help with the ratings. So, look, every vote counts. Every view counts. You matter. And if I can show people you more, I mean, look, how many views do I get on this podcast? 12? 13 and a half? I saw one with 90 the other day. Who are those morons? Are you watching this? Come on, buddy. Come on. Get it together. I probably know you, and you're probably just fucking using this to bully me later. I mean it. Stop watching. I'm kidding. You're gonna want to stop watching because I'm about to show you fucking Joy Reid on MSNBC. I'm a maniac out here. What am I doing that for? No one does this. If they're gonna play Joy Reid, they play her on that one of that morning show she's on. You know she has her own show. It's called The Readout. Pretty good. Pretty good name. Rose-colored classist loves the name. The Readout. My last name's Gridley. Should have done something with that. Did I play the clip already? What's going on?
2 weeks, the women of America have been forced to witness not only an adjudicated sexual abuser be elected president, but then to see him offer some of the highest positions in government to men who have faced accusations of their own. As the New York Times points out, Trump has selected a defense secretary, an attorney general, a secretary of health and human services, and an efficiency czar, all of whom have been accused of variations of sexual misconduct and, like the president-elect, deny them. This has only added to the pain and fear that a lot of women have already been feeling in the aftermath of the election, on top of facing an onslaught of online abuse and harassment, with phrases like, "your body, my choice," and "get back to the kitchen" surging across social media. And with so much still unknown, you probably have a lot of questions about what a second Trump administration will mean for women, what it will mean for access to basic reproductive care, to birth control, IVF, even no-fault divorce, and how to best protect yourselves through all of it. Well, on this show, we want to provide you with the best possible information so that you are prepared to navigate whatever comes your way.
Sorry about all those comments I'm making online. I just got an account on X and I'm trying to get some traction. Don't know why people keep reposting what I'm doing out there. Don't know. I don't know why. Joy Reid's kind of hot, right? Am I alone? Kind of hot. I like it. Love her hair. Genuinely. I mean, I cause more because I got educated about black women's hair. Like if I didn't know anything about black women's hair, and then I saw that, I'd probably be like horrified. But once I learned about it, I'm like now attracted to that thing because I think if that hair right there, that hair can be different all the time. That's kind of hot. Dating a blonde, now you're dating a brunette, baby. Get with it. Okay. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man in the man world. Is Donald Trump an adjudicated sex offender? In civil court, he was found liable and he has to pay money because of that. But there is a difference between civil court and criminal court, and that difference would be reasonable doubt. And in civil court, you don't got to do that. You got to make a lot. You got to do a lot less. And most of the time, the question is not whether he did it or not. Is that does this guy need to pay this person money? That's what civil court decides. And yeah, every time they're gonna say the guy owes that woman money. Every time. Yeah. Look, do I want to do this? Do I really want to take this on, men versus women, in terms of the election? Do I really want to do this? It's tough. It's a tough one. Mostly because I don't know anything about women. I'm pretty lonely nowadays. Never been around one, really. Not recently. And even when they're around me, I don't feel like they're really paying much attention, actually. So what am I supposed to say? I'm kidding. No, I do. I have lots of friends that are girls. Oh, virgin. No, I'm not. I've had sex with 13 women. Virgin, basically, in this modern world. Look, I guess that's what it is, all right? The deal between men and women we haven't really defined it in this modern society, okay? Birth control is pretty fucking different than everything we've ever done. All right, I know when like I come in a girl, there's like a feeling I have about like the future, right? I have there's a deep feeling within me that happens, and it's post nut clarity, truly, about what I had just done, of what I've just put inside of her, and it's pretty insane. A lot of feelings between men and women have nothing to do with like our education or even like, contextual upbringing. Most of it's just this fucking feral instinct. Your hypothalamus. That's probably not the right brain organ. Some deeper pituitary? Is that what does it? There's something in your brain. Your amygdala. Am I right yet? How many seasons of House do I have to watch until I know all these things? Come on. Maybe I got to start watching General Hospital. Do I learn on there? ER. Grey's Anatomy. Okay. Yeah, I'll learn a lot about women if I start watching Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, it's just, look, man, the deal's not looking good for men. Okay, let's be serious. I'm gonna be super serious right now, and I don't think anyone can dispute me on this, but 90% of women are trying to fuck 10% of men. Okay, that's what's happening. All right, women with birth control and all these things, they're, sex is for fun, and sex is, I don't know if you know what, historically sex has been used for, but it's a bargaining chip. It's a transaction. It's it's the oldest profession. Okay, and with birth control, it's like, it's almost like women can truly compete for, at every possible level. Women will go for the best dudes because genuinely they think they can get them. And they can, if you haven't noticed. Those 10% of guys are fucking so many girls, all right? I know guys, hundreds on their body counts. They know, they got the list. They got the list right there, and they show it in my face, and they go, fuck you. They go, look at you, you little bitch. Look at you. Look how less you get fucked than I do. And I'm like, well, I've had sex a lot of times with those 13 women. And they go, so have I. Those same 13 women I've had sex with that you have. Wake up. You don't got it, bud. You don't got it. Yeah, and it's just a tough reality, okay? It's just tough. It just sucks, okay? It just sucks. And yeah, you know why women hate men? It's because they're just fucking the same 10 guys over and over again. All right, they're just on the merry-go-round. All right, on the carousel of cock. Okay, yeah, men are trash. It's because you're just meeting the same dude over again. My last boyfriend was trash. Yeah, dude, 3 boyfriends ago, that guy was trash, and they fucking do the math and same dude. It's kind of just the modern world. All right. I know, I have a good friend, and I love him a lot. We're having some personal drama, but he has a joke about how he fucked the girl who fucked Shaq. Okay? Shaq's fucked a lot of people, man. It's not fair to not fuck a girl because she fucked Shaq. All right? But it's a raw deal. Don't say it's not a raw deal. Okay? Sloppy seconds. Yeah, just... Shaq sloppy seconds. All right, I think we found your new product, Shaq, that you can sling on us. Shaq sloppy seconds, slinging it on ya on Shopify. It's just tough. It's just tough. Okay, women. I feel like I have an incredible body count for a dude nowadays. Okay, I mean, you hear studies about dudes just fucking 2 girls, 3 girls, and it's sad. It's pathetic. I mean, I think a lot of them have big cocks too, and it's just other factors happening. And it's just tough, man. It's just tough. We just feel like we're losing. Men just feel like we're losing when it comes to women. I was supposed to go to the voting booth and choose a woman. I'm supposed to choose a woman over me. I do that all day, every day. That's my life. Of course I choose women over me. Every time I do that. And what I got to do it in the voting booth too. You're kidding. You're kidding. Yeah, man. It's tough. Dude, 90% of guys out there are just fucking looking at the world, looking at how women interact with these, top dudes. Hear them fawn over Jack White, over Leonardo DiCaprio. Just fawn and fawn. Oh, Joaquin Phoenix is so hot. And you look in a mirror and you go, I don't get it. Like, what is this? And you don't know what it's about. You don't know why. You don't know why. And you're just accepting this tough thing. Okay? Yeah. And when I'm supposed to be loyal to, look, I see how women treat these 10% of killing it men out there. These men are the most possibly successful people on planet Earth. I see how 90% of women look at these men, and I go, why would I be loyal to that? Well, how could I? If I can start scrolling on Instagram and see the fucking tirade of memes on there. There's this wonderful meme I've been watching. It's it's Blade Runner 2049. We got Ryan driving the air car. You got Anna, the hotness, the Latina fire. She's a great actress, mostly because of the accent. I'm so sorry. I don't mean that. She is really a very talented actress, and I do like her work. But in the movie, she's like a computer program. And on top of the meme, I'm explaining memes on this podcast. Isn't it fun? I'm trying to illustrate how fucking dumb society is right now. I am the dumb in society. So let me tell you the meme again, okay? And it says, when men run out of money, what women do when men run out of money. I'm talking about fucking not showing Tulsi Gabbard. Why don't I just play the meme? Play the meme. Am I doing it? See, look, come on. This is the feeling. This is the feeling. It's not true. It's not true, but it's the feeling. Okay? And if you don't want to pay attention to our men feelings, then guess what? Dottie T. This is what you're getting from us. Yeah, man, it's a fucked up deal, man. Sexual assault, that's the other side. That's the other side of the whole coin. That's where it all got really fucked up. Okay? It was fucked up before that, but then, sexual assault comes in, and that was our escape from the raw deal. I'm so sorry. I don't mean that. You can't ever hurt anybody in any kind of way, and to do it for sexual pleasure is just fucking pitiful. Okay? If you're gonna hurt somebody, do it because you want their money. All right? Do it because you're trying to rob them, or you have a personal vendetta. Don't hit them to get your rocks off. Okay? There's cheap pussy out there. All right, guys? There is. Go down Figueroa. $40. $40. Stop. Don't buy fucking Carl's Jr. for 2 days and you can fuck a prostitute. All right? It's not that fucking weird out there. You don't have to hurt anybody, you psychopath. But on the other hand, it is pretty confusing out there for men when it comes to our relations with women. It's confusing, and sometimes you just confuse yourself into a sexual assault accusation. Okay? You just fucking walk into a little confusy time, and you want to be the man who's in charge and does the thing, and then you start you cross the line, which you didn't really know was there until they said it. I can tell you 2 stories. Am I going to do the personal stories now? Yeah, I will. And I got this bartender out there in Orange County. I used to do comedy with Russell. And he's out there telling people I sexually assaulted a girl. And I did not sexually assault a girl. I had 2 really bad dates with her. Very bad dates. As bad as they could possibly get, really. And let me just say this, first and foremost, okay? Yeah, the guy who's spreading the rumor about me also had sex with this girl. Okay? That guy has a lot of girls. He's fucked a lot of women. He's a bartender in Orange County. Guys, stop wondering how to get laid. Become a bartender in Orange County, and something will happen for you. Okay, bud? Learn how to slang some drinks, and you'll get fucked. Promise. Okay? So there's like a weird, personal thing about this guy spreading the rumor. And of course, you spread a rumor, and then other people start spreading it, and then I have my good friends asking me if I sexually assaulted a girl, and that's a great moment. That's a wonderful moment that you really want to, savor with somebody. Anyway, here's the story. 2 stories. All right, I was fat for a long time. Really fat. I was like 300 pounds doing comedy for a second. For a hot year and a half. And I met a girl, and I thought she was really cute, and I liked her. And yeah, she did stand up. But she was not doing it very, she wasn't out on the scene. But she was trying it. And she was fun, and I liked her. But I was a fat monster, and I had the feelings. I didn't say anything. Well, if you're a fat monster, don't ask girls out. How about that? That's what I did. But then I lost. I lost all the weight, man. I stopped drinking. I started, eating whole grains. I really did. I did a great job. I got real thin. I got some perfect videos out there, me rail thin out there. And I was really happy with myself, and I thought I looked great. And I met the girl again. And I asked her out. I said, hey, I kind of regret not asking you out the first time. I was wondering if I really liked you. You want to go out? And she was like, yeah, meet me at my house. And I'm like, ooh, baby. Thin Kyle. We're rocking. Thin Kyle. Finally back at it. You get an attempt again. So I went to this girl's house, and I was drinking real hard back then, and she was a bartender as well, so she was drinking hard, and drinking, and we're pretty fucked up, and eventually I have to go pee for the first time. We've been drinking for 2.5 hours, and I go into the bathroom, and there's black mold from like the top of the toilet all the way up into the ceiling and spread into the shower. Okay? All right? And I was freaked the fuck out. I was grossed out. It was a house in Seal Beach, Sunset Beach, one of those beach places in Orange County. Nice place. All right, fun place right there next to the ocean. And I went to the bathroom, and there was black mold everywhere. And I was terrified, and I was frightened. And in my head, I'm like, I cannot fuck this girl. I do not want to be with this girl who lives like this. I'll accept a little mold. I will. If you're a girl and you like me and you have a little bit of mold in your house, cool, fine. Actually, let's help clean it together. All right, my apartment isn't great either. All right, I probably got some mold happening here somewhere at the moment, okay? But guaranteed when it becomes visible and on the walls, I will do something, okay? And seriously, this girl, you think a girl is, I knew that girl had sex with, Russell when I asked her out, okay? I mean, and Russell didn't fix this mold. I mean, I have lots of problems here. Lots of problems. So I think, okay, I got to leave. I got to get out of here. But then I walk out of the bathroom, and I am like facing the wall outside. I'm like looking to the right, trying to psych myself into like, how do I get out of here? And I turn to my left, and this girl surprises me and kisses me on the mouth. This is our first kiss of the night, first kiss ever. And I fold like a fucking origami swan, baby. And I kept drinking, kept hanging out with her. Couldn't get away. Didn't have the courage. I was 23. She was in her 30s. I was naive and not equipped and not experienced. And I was very, very confused. Okay? And eventually that night, I mean, she's drunk as hell. She stumbles into her bedroom. And at that point, I'm like, well, I'm not going to fuck this blacked out chick. Okay? I'm not going to fuck the blacked out black mold chick. I'm not going to do this. And she was real shitty about it because she really wanted to have sex with me. No, seriously. I was like, I don't want it. I just want to go to sleep. I'm drunk. I was trying to lie my way out of it like a chick. And she's like, well, you don't think I'm hot? And I'm like, of course I think you're hot. And eventually I just finger blast her a bunch. Okay. And then I left. I went to go work as a janitor. That's that time in my life. I left at like 3:30 in the morning. I went straight to work like a maniac. And about a day passes, and I'm mad at myself. I'm like, this girl liked me, wanted to fuck me. Okay, what am I doing? I'm really not going to have sex with this girl because she had black mold? Come on. Let's just not fuck her in the apartment, okay? I had an El Camino at the time, famous El Camino, with the back camper on, and I made it nice. I fucked a few girls in there. It's a comfortable time, okay? I know, again, this is where it starts to get, you're hearing, I didn't do anything yet, right? But you hear the story building. And eventually we go on a second date, and she starts drinking again, and we're at my car, and I'm like, I gotta fuck her in this car, because I'm not gonna fuck her at my apartment where I live with my brother and mom. I have my car with my El Camino. I'm not gonna fuck her at her house, so we gotta do it here, and we gotta do it because I fucked up the first time. I gotta make it up. I know she wants to have sex with me. Let's just do this. And yeah, I guess I was, I kept asking her about it. Okay. I just kept, you want to have sex? I know you. And she's like, I do, but I don't know if you like me. I don't know if you want to do it with me. You just want to have sex with me. You don't really like me. And of course I really, and it just went on. And anyway, she got into the back of the El Camino with me to make out. I was like, let's just make out in the back. You guys know. You guys know the move. And she gets in the car. She gets in the back car with me, and then I'm in the back of the car, and then we start making out a lot, and it's really hot, and yeah, eventually I'm just like, let's do it. Let's have sex. I'm sorry I didn't do it. I mean, we were just so drunk, and I still didn't mention the mold to her, which I really should have done by then. I should have mentioned that the mold grossed me out, but I knew if I did that, I'd ruin my, I wouldn't have sex with this girl. And, okay, she's like, okay, fine, we'll do it. I know you want to do it, so let's do it. Let's do it. And then she sucked my dick for a bit. And then she got on top of me, and right as my dick is entering this woman, she says out loud, "You don't deserve this." And then I tossed her off. Tossed her right off. I like to think I put her down gently, but, I definitely put her down. Definitely she did not She did not want to get put down. She wanted to ride. She wanted to ride on, but I didn't let her. And then now I get sexual assault accusations. Thank God. Whew. Did I do anything wrong in that situation? I did a lot of things wrong. I wasn't honest and I wasn't clear. But did I hurt this woman? I was just confused. And she was upset, and I made her feel kind of shitty, to be honest. I put her in a position to feel shitty. I wasn't honest with her that I could not stand the black mold, and I thought she was a drunk. And when I didn't even explain to her that moment why I threw her off because of what she said. I didn't tell her that till later. And I said it later when she accused me of sexual assault. Yeah. And this is why Donald Trump was elected. Okay. I'm gonna play the rest of Joy Reid. And then I'll say another thing about, between men and women, and I think I have all the authority in the world to do so. After that story, if I don't have every justification to say every opinion of mine, what is this world, right? Anyway, Joy, help me, Joy. Joy, would you be on my side after you heard the story?
Joining me now is Maya Wiley, president of the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights. My good friend, thank you so much for being here. So let's just go through these in some sort of order. I think the first question a lot of people are asking is, should women right now be, number one, deleting that health app that tracks your periods and stockpiling things like Plan B and even birth control pills, and maybe getting an IUD in advance of the Trump administration coming into power?
Well, I think one thing, Joy, that all women should recognize is it depends on what state you're in, first of all. I mean, we have roughly half the states of this country working and expanding protections for things like reproductive health and freedom. And then we have the states that are working very hard, not just to take them away and have taken them away, but also even to consider ways to criminalize not just reproductive health, but even whether you get to potentially help other people get the reproductive health care they need. So I think it's really important for women to look at where they are and what their laws and protections are and make those choices for themselves. But certainly, to your point, we have so many women and girls, remember, it's also young people, who are in states for which it will matter tremendously if the Trump administration, incoming administration, does what Project 2025 suggests it does, and we have every reason to believe it will, which is use the power of the executive branch to say, we don't care if it's safe, we don't care if it's tested, we don't care what the science says, we don't care that over half of women who have abortions use this medically proven safe pill to help them control their reproductive health and futures. We're going to say it's an obscenity to mail it to other states. And so for women in those places, I think it's incredibly important, and a lot of women already are, figuring out how to get access to it and stockpile it.
Your state, my choice. Get back in the courthouse. These are my posts on Threads. I posted it on Blue Sky yesterday. And didn't really gain a lot of traction. Wonder why. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, state by state, guys. I mean, it's back to the states. Back to the states, where they belong. Women's rights, right? Yeah, it's a tough thing. I mean, look, babies, having them. I mean, as a man, again, like, I guess I really don't have much of an opinion. I want you to have them. I want you to have mine. Other than that, and if you want to have mine, be cool. Yeah, talk about it. I'll hit this one more time. It's just a raw deal men have. Okay, look, women don't fuck us. All right, and if you do fuck us, you could leave at any time. And if you do fuck us, do have our kids, then you can just kill it, or worse, take it away. Okay, men don't win in this situation. When it comes to this relationship men have with women, men just have no positives. There's so few positives. Sex is great and awesome, but You know, is it outweighing all these cons? Is it? I refuse to have sex with men. Refuse to do it. I won't. I won't do it. But at this point, I mean, what other options do I have? Yeah, guys. Look, I'm going to make this argument, and I'm sure everyone's going to love it. But if we don't have new people, our GDP is going to go down. You want that? Do you want that? All right? You want the economy to be great and be great forever? Have babies. That's how you do it, actually. More young people, more people working, okay? You know, men want women to have babies, all right? We need people to fight in our future wars, okay? And you can't do that without new people. There's no win. Come on, men, you're never going to win in this argument. You want men to support women in these acts, and it's like, fundamentally, why? You won't fuck us? It seems like that's already happening. It feels like birth control just ruined it all. Okay? It just ruined it all. You're stockpiling it now. You're going to stockpile it. You're going to keep fucking. Can't stop fucking. Couldn't do it if you tried. Oh, women. I can't. I just. Yeah, it's just a tough place to be in. I mean, I want women to have all the rights, okay? But I want Wyoming to be an economic powerhouse. And if people aren't having babies in Wyoming, they're never going to get there, okay? I hear complaints all day about how there's not enough people in all these rural places, okay? Guess you're going to have to outlaw abortion then. Guess you're going to have to do it. If you want the GDP of South Dakota to grow, have some kids. Makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, you can have strict abortion laws in California and New York. We don't need more people there. We don't need them there. We need them in other states. This makes a lot of sense, guys. Get an IUD. Don't get an IUD if you can't get continual medical care. Okay, that's a tip for you. For all you trans women out there, get an IUD. Just shove it up there. So sorry, guys. I did not mean to involve that group into this discussion. The last people that need to weigh in on abortion, trans people. Can I say that one? Can I say that one? Trans people, stop having an opinion about abortion. This is not you. This was not for you. Okay? You can have every other issue, but not this one. This one's for mom and dad to decide. Yeah, guys. I mean, are we gonna talk about how women are like mined for fucking money by these, birth control companies? We're gonna talk about that? Are we? Probably not. But maybe, you know what? I will. Okay, these women are getting mined, all right? Menstrual pads, birth control prescriptions, IUDs. You gotta pay for all of it. It's all money. It's all money that the companies wouldn't get from you if you could keep it in your pants. If you could just pick one dude, maybe you wouldn't have to pay thousands of dollars to big pharmaceutical companies. You ever think about that? And this is another reason why this is the news, guys. Joy Reid with the news, giving us real info. If you didn't hear that first clip, giving us the best information possible. What's the best information possible? Give thousands of dollars to pharmaceutical companies so you can stockpile their products. What's the problem here, women? What's the problem? What's the problem? You just want to have sex with everybody? You think that's fun? You think that's fun for men? I swear to God, only 10% of men are thinking fucking everybody is fun. It's actually not fun for most people. It's like emotionally draining, terrifying, stupid. I mean, how many videos do you have to fucking see about how sex addiction and meaningless casual sex has ruined lives? This is an AA out there for sex addicts. Come on. This isn't fun. You just have a new guy every fucking 8 months. Is that fun? I dated a girl for a while, and when I say dated, I mean had a horrible relationship with, and she was talking to me how fun it was to juggle 3 guys at once, and I'm like, thank God for birth control, or else you wouldn't have been able to participate. You wouldn't be able to have so much fun. Fuck. Again, men, You want us to stay out of this conversation entirely? You want us to stop? Then there's other things and other concessions that need to be made. All right? Child support. First and foremost. Okay? And then, is there like some kind of card that people can fill out before they get into a relationship with each other about how seriously they're taking it? I mean, that's the sad thing is people just want to get fucked and they'll just lie and misrepresent themselves. Or worse, continually evaluate their partner. I mean, look, it's a never-ending competition, trying to have sex with a woman. Okay, trying to be in a relationship with a woman. It's a never-ending competition now. Okay, it's like at any moment it all could fall apart. Okay, it's the dating game, and someone's supposed to win. Okay, and you take the trophy home, and then, come on, look, I won the dating game. Now just sit with me for a second. Can we do that? What happened to forever? It's never forever. It's never forever. And is that the deal we're making these kids? I mean, marriage should at least be for the age of the kids. What are we even doing it for? We don't even know what we're doing nowadays. Don't even know why we're getting married, why we're being with each other, why we're fucking. Is it just pleasure? If it's just for pleasure, then that's it. But people want kids. I mean, it feels like, sex is like sex is in the center, right? And then there's the right, and then there's the left. About, what it's supposed to be about. And maybe that's the conversation we should have. Not whether, you should have access to abortion or you shouldn't have access to abortion. It's like, what are we having sex for in the first place, guys? What are we really doing it for? And if you tell us what you're having sex for, then maybe we should look at you differently. Treat you differently, legally, even. I mean, obviously that's a fascist quagmire, but I'm spitballing here. I spitball, and my ideas are typically fascist. Yeah, that's just life. I mean, come on. I'm a guy. I'm a dude. This is how we think. I just want to control everything, man. I want to have the power. I want to have my straight power back. I don't know. I'll never have sex again. That's all I know. I met a guy the other day. He was 22 years celibate. 22 years celibate. And I could not get out of him whether it was his choice or not. Yeah, your body, your choice, but also your choice to have our body, too. That's really what it is, right? I mean, men want to have a real relationship, okay? I swear, if you meet a cheater, that is like so not the norm for these guys. There's a lot of genuine fucking guys out there who just want to have a real fucking relationship and be in love. And sure, they're dumpy and broke and dumb, but when did that not become good enough? What are you girls even? I'm gonna appear on one of these fucking awful men podcasts in a second. What's it called with the X's? Get all those girls on the lineup. Yeah, let's let these OnlyFans models talk to these bros. That'll be fun. That'll be a positive that'll have a positive effect on the world. These shows with the balloons, you see that too? Just all these guys lined up. The Bachelor, Bachelorette, we're all just broken. Sex is broken. Dating apps. I'm like trying to look at all these apps, trying to have like a dining. Like there's the apps like we arrange a dinner with 5 strangers, and yeah, it's co-ed, baby. And that's how you'll meet friends and find a relationship. Going back to matchmakers. You know what? Yeah, it feels like in normal everyday life, you're not even allowed to hit on a girl. You have to meet them on an app. We're all, contextually fucking programmed to know that now we get to have sex. Now this is about the fucking sex. It's so strange. Even sometimes you feel like you talk to a woman and it's like, do you even want to have sex? Why are you hiding? Why are you not being obvious about it? What else do you want? But really, they just wanted sex at the end of the day. Or they want something else and they want to have birth control so they don't, and they use sex to get it. Come on. I'm a man. I shouldn't have an opinion about all of this. I just find the woman who wants to have my baby. Yeah, can we do that? Where is that? Is there a line out there somewhere that I can get in? I'm looking for a woman to have a marriage with and a real relationship, and I don't want to cheat. Is there a line for that? Maybe there's like a line for, all right, you want a marriage and you're not cheating. And there's another line, you want to have a marriage and then you're cheating. And then there's another line where you just want to fuck for 10 years and promise marriage but never really go through with it. And then there's another line where you want to do that and cheat. And then there's Come on. Things are just so unclear. And, back in the day, you would only have sex to be married and have kids. And that, it was one thing. We all were doing it for the one thing. And now we're doing sex for a lot of different reasons. And, I just think the understanding needs to be a lot more clear. I wanted that girl to marry me, the one I brought into the El Camino. I really liked her. I'm kidding. I did not like her. And that was the point. I was confused about what sex was. Okay? I did not. I was supposed to let her degrade me in the back of my El Camino because I degraded her by taking her back there. And then we were supposed to just fuck each other while having a lower and lower opinion of each other. Did I not get that? How did I not get that? Life's so confusing. Donald Trump was young when he supposedly raped Carol, right? E. Jean Carroll? That's who they're talking about. That lady. Don't look up clips of that lady. That's a frightening woman. That's what every fucking guy worries about, okay? We're all looking out for that chick. And yeah, maybe she's like that because some fucking 10% guy raped her, okay? But now it just feels like you hate all of us, and, it's tough. I did say the word, yeah, okay. I think we nailed it. We're gonna end the podcast there. Yeah, I had another clip I wanted to play of Shane Gillis in a Bud Light commercial, but that's not what we need at this moment. We need this podcast to end. Okay, I'll play him some other time. Yeah, Shane Leno out there getting the burritos, beeritos. Damn, we should have cut it a long time ago. No, you're not even do the segment, but you still want to do the joke. You got a lot to learn about this podcasting game, KG, KRG. You got a lot to learn, man. You got a lot. You ain't never gonna get it. You don't even know what to call yourself, man. That's how far away you are. Anyway, that was it. Holy shit. Play the music.